Retention ka. Yun lang naman ang pagpipilian. Kapag further retention, ito yung ita-transfer mo muna siya sa isang storage area or record center naman. Okay? For disposal, siyempre, for destruction na yan. And the other one is for permanent preservation. Ito yung walang disposal, destruction. So first, we have to define what disposal is. What is disposal? Siyempre, pinapagdalo na siya sa system mo. So, it refers to the act of selling, landfill, or burning, or any other way of discarding valueless records in accordance with the provision of Republic Act 9470. Yan ang disposal, pinapagdalo na siya sa system mo. So what are valueless records? Valueless records are all records that have reached their prescribed retention period and outlive their usefulness to the agency and to the government as a whole. So, yung ating mga records na nakarating na sa kanilang takdang panahon, kinoconsider na natin silang walang value. So dahil sila ay wala ng value, dapat na natin silang tanggalin sa ating system. Meron tayong methods of disposal. Una, by sale. Ito'y binibenta ng mga records na wala ng value. Made only through public bidding to determine the highest price available. Alam niyo po, ang normal na bidding is pababa ang presyo. Pero this time, pag tayo nagbenta ng record, pataasan ang presyo. Kasi ang pera, babalik ulit sa kaban ng bayan. So, kailangan highest bidder. Another one is shredding. It is the process by which records are first fed into a machine to be cut into small pieces to prevent unauthorized reading or reproduction of the contents. Alam niyo po kasi, di ba, dahil sa ang impormasyon, nagbenta ka ng record, pero yun ay dati confidential na records, nag-expire na lang sila. Ngayon, kung hindi naman mabasa dun sa mga binentahan, kailangan i-shred muna nila bago nila ibenta. Pero yung impormasyon ay hindi nila mabasa. Okay, ang shredder, merong manipis, medyo pinakamanipis, at medyo may malapad. Depende. For paper records containing information that is confidential or exempt from disclosure, appropriate destruction methods include burning. Kaya lang, hindi na tayo pwede sa burning dahil sa Clean Air Act. And industrial incineration facility, pulping, pinupulbos ng mga records in the shred para hindi na maulit-ulit. Hindi sila ma-recover. Landfill. The disposal of material is by burning it. So, paper is buried in a sanitary landfill. Kaya kung ang inyong disposal method is by landfill, kailangan meron kayong pit, meron kayong pagbabaunan doon sa records na i-dispose. Principles of destruction. Una, the destruction or disposal should be authorized. Authorized by the National Archives of the Philippines. Authority to dispose records refers to the written permission which is issued by the Executive Director of the National Archives of the Philippines to government agencies for their destruction of valueless records. Kaya nga, authorized. Kung walang authority, walang disposal. Kapag nag-disposal ng walang authority, illegal ang disposal. Okay, any destruction of records ought to be irreversible and complete to prevent the information being recovered again and to ensure that there is no risk of accidental or unauthorized access to the records. Ibig sabihin, pag nagkaroon tayo ng method of disposal, kailangan mo, hindi mo na pwedeng bawiin yung record ulit. Hindi pwedeng reverse. So, kailangan ang proseso or method of disposal is irreversible. It must be appropriately managed destruction. It should also consider the environment. Kaya nga yung Clean Air Act. Kino-consider natin ang environment dahil may batas. Dati pwede ang burning. Ngayon po, dahil sa Clean Air Act, hindi na tayo pwedeng method of disposal by burning. Where possible, records should be destroyed in an environmentally friendly manner tulad ng recycling, para sa mga papel, at para rin sa mga microforms. Secure and confidential. Records should always be disposed of with the same level of security that was maintained during the life of the records. Hindi ko dinidispose na, hindi mo na sila secure. Alam niyo po, mamaya, kung natin dinidispose mo, yung pala naman ay hindi. So, kailangan may security. Destruction of records should be supervised by an officer of the agency and by another authorized agent if destruction has been contracted out. So, hindi na kayo, meron pa kayo kasama ng agency to witness the disposal. This is one picture ng isang disposal. Naayos ang mga records, binababa, binibilang, binititigan, sinicheck. Kung yun na yung mga request for disposal for the same records that are being disposed of. Siyempre, kung by-state ang ating problema, ang ating mode of disposal, tinitimbang yan. Tinitimbang yan ang buyer. Okay? Ayan. So, ito, witness kasi ito ng tatlong agencies, witness by the COA, by the requesting agency, and by the LAC. So, the disposal must be timely. While records should not be destroyed while there is still a need for them, it is also important not to keep records longer than necessary in order to minimize storage costs and increase retrieval efficiency. So, hindi naman natin dapat pagmadaliin, sobra-sobra yung pag-dispose. Kasi importante rin na ma-minimize lang natin yung mga storage costs. Pero, pagka kailangan talaga, sabi ko nga, pwede nyo namang i-justify kung biglang kinailangan ng mga records na supposed to be, i-dispose na. Documented. Because proof of destruction may be required during the course of an investigation or in response to information access request or as part of a record-keeping audit, the destruction of all records must be documented. Ibig sabihin, kailangan may prueba ka na ikaw ay nag-dispose ng legal. Lalo na doon sa mga sinasabi niyo, baka may mga request pa. Tapos sasabihin niyo, na-dispose na po eh. Paano yan? Wala na makukuha record. Kakasuhan kita. At least, kahit kasuhan ka, meron kang may 50% ng dokumento. Proof of legal disposal. So it must be documented. Proof of disposal, which is the certificate of disposal, may be required in legal proceedings or in response to open records requests. So, importante po yan, certificate of disposal. A certificate of destruction should also be placed on a file together with any other destruction documentation. So yan, certificate, nakakasama yan sa file ng mga disposal files nyo. That's disposal, the certificate of disposal. The type of information with the disposal certificate includes the date when the disposal took place, the disposal authority that applied, and which records were destroyed, and who took the action and their authorization. Sino-sino ang mga kasama nung ginawa ang disposal. Alin-aling records ang na-dispose. Okay? May mga liabilities kasi tayo, kapag hindi tayo nag-dispose ng records, lalo na pa, valueless na sila. Records have a lifespan. And outdated records can become a burden if retained beyond their useful life because of unnecessary expenditures for space, for equipment, and supplies. Kasi, imbis na malalagyan dyan yung bago created na records, wala silang lulugaran. Nakapasok pa rin sila doon sa mga drawers natin, so makukulangin yung equipment. At kailangan pa natin ng supplies para sa kanila. So, kailangan ko, kapag declared na valueless, prompt disposal ang kailangan. Reduction in efficiency as the accumulation of unnecessary old records slows access to active files. Kapag marami ang paghahanapan, mas mabagal ang resulta ng ating research. So, nakakabagal, naging productive ka, pati yung efficiency mo, nababawasan dahil lamang sa mga nabidyang valueless records. So, it threats to safety due to carelessly stored records. Alam niyo naman na ang mga records natin, hindi lahat ng opisina, maayos ang pagsalansan nila sa mga records. Minsan nakahambalan lang din sa mga hall, sa ilalim ng hagdan, sa may hagdan mismo, sa daanan. So, nagiging dahil pa sila ng mga matalisod dyan, mapagsalangan dyan. So, these are the liabilities na na-encounter natin kapag hindi tayo nag-dispose ng mga valueless records. These are general requirements of the disposal of valueless records according to RA 9470, Article 3. In compliance with Section 9 of Article 2 and Section 18 of Article 3, the following guidelines on the disposal of valueless records in all government agencies are hereby fixed and issued for the guidance of all concerned. Ito yung sinasabi natin na in-update o i-revise yung dating guideline. So all other issuances or parts thereof inconsistent with this circular are hereby superseded and amended accordingly. So yung mga dati na hindi consistent dito sa bago, baliwala na po. Amended na sila. So, I will read to you na General Circular Number 5. Nagasa ko na yung kanina, pero ulitin ko. This circular prescribes uniform standards or guidelines to be followed by the government agencies in the disposal or destruction of their valueless records. Use the General Records Disposition Schedule. GRDS, na-issue lang natin ito, itong bago. The Agency Records Disposition Schedule, your schedule, and or specific laws and regulations in determining public records for disposal. So, kung yung gusto mong i-dispose, wala dito sa GRDS, wala din sa yung ARDS, wala kahit sa anumang batas, hindi mo siya pwedeng i-dispose. Ensure that all the records disposal schedule are destroyed after the completion of this period for storage. So, restore mo siya, inabot na kanilang expiration, gusto mo siya dispose, wala naman pala siya number, wala siya RDS, wala siya GRDS, hindi siya pwede i-dispose. Kailangan, kung gusto mo siya ma-dispose, gumawa ka ng iyong records disposition schedule, ilagay mo yung pangalan ng record series ng opisina mo, at pa-approval mo sa NAP. After approval, pwede mo lang implement for disposal. Ensure that records to be disposed of all have a number. So, makikita nyo, sabi ko sa inyo kanina, description dun sa RDS, di ba, nakagawin. Kapag naggawa ka ng RDS, dapat may number. Kasi pag nag-dispose ka, ang basis mo, halimbawa, GRDS, ano ba yung number na gusto mo i-dispose? Ilagay mo from GRDS number 1. Kung yun ang magagawa mo. Okay, conduct periodic examination of agency files at least once a year to identify the valueless records that can be requested for disposal. Separate the records for disposal from those for further retention as suggested by the National Archives of the Philippines. So, kapag meron kayo gusto i-dispose, ihiwalay nyo na. Okay? Ihiwalay nyo na doon sa mga records na kailangan pang i-retain. Hindi pa sila umaabot sa kanilang takdang panahon. Do not dispose any public records under their administration and control without authority from the National Archives of the Philippines. Do not dispose public records that are involved in any case until they are finally settled, decided. Do not dispose financial records that are subject of audit by the OWA until they are post-audited and finally settled. Kaya nga meron tayo di ba? Yung sinasabi natin predictable event, lalagay mo doon after. After audited, post-audited, ayan. After finally settled, lalagay mo yan. Now we go to the disposal procedures. Disposal procedures number 1. Step number 1. Okay? Determination of valueless records for disposal. We have now to determine alin records ang pwede nang i-dispose. So, agency personnel concerned shall determine the valueless records by checking their specific and authorized retention periods using the agency records disposition schedule, the general records disposition schedule, and their specific laws and regulations as the legal basis. So number 1, tingnan ninyo kung ano yung mga records na pwede nyo lang i-dispose. Next, step number 2, request for authority to dispose of records. Accomplish request form authority. Request for authority to dispose of records, that is not form number 3, in 3 copies. And properly fill out the specific record series, the period covered of those records, volume, and authorized retention period in the agency RDS, GRDS, and their specific laws and regulations are complied with. So, siguraduhin natin na meron tayong pinagbasihan retention schedule. Pwede GRDS natin pinuha, agency records disposition schedule, o ibang batas na nakaangko dun sa request mo. Okay, paano tinawag nito? Okay, now for number 3, request for authority to dispose of records. Okay, agency name again. Provide the name of your organization or agency. Then address, specify the address of your agency. Same ang ginawa natin kanina, no? Halimbawa, National Archives of the Philippines, The address is United Nations Avenue, Manila. Next, the date. Ito yung mga nakalagay sa form na kailangan i-fill out. Indicate the date when the form is being filled out. And telephone number and email address. So parehas na informasyon doon sa ginawa natin kanina ng inventory. Ito ba? Okay, August 10, November 30. Kailan mo siya fill out? Ayan, ito yung telephone number mo at yung email address. Next, RDS item number. Refer to the relevant item number from the GRDS or Records Disposition Schedule, ARDS. Retention period, indicate the retention period for the records. Yan. Halimbawa yan, ang GRDS. Ang gusto mong i-dispose, nakuha mo yung item number na yan sa GRDS. So, GRDS number. Anong number na? Number 8. Ano ba number yun? 8. Okay, so, ano ba record section? Correspondence, halimbawa. Doon sa ating kopya ng GRDS, anong number ng correspondence? Nakikita ba? Yeah? Yan na yun? At 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8. So, GRDS number 8. GRDS number 8. Ayan, correspondence yan. So, parehas kanina. Okay. Routine. Yan, routine. Then, ano yung susunod? Period cover. Itong correspondence. Lalagay mo yan. Then, yung tinatawag nating predictable event. 2 years after acted upon. Di ba parehas na siya yung detalye kanina? Kaya lang ito, specific siya for disposal. Yan. Next, kung meron pa kayo, example documentation na kung nag-dispose kayo. Halimbawa, correspondence routine. 2 years after acted upon. Tignan nyo, ang year na handaan? 2023, di ko ba? Ang retention period ng correspondence ay 2 years. So, ibawas mo yung 2023 ng 2 taon dahil ng retention period. So, ang mga disposable na records ng correspondence is 2021 pababa. Disposable lahat yun. So, mga 1970s, 1990s, hanggang 2021, disposable lahat yun. So, previous year, minus the retention period, yun ang year, lahat yun, disposable pababa. Okay? So, 2023 less 2 years equals 2021. Below are all disposable. When it comes to correspondence, routine. Another example, vouchers. Vouchers, ang title na ngayon sa bagong GRDS ay vouchers including bills, invoices, and other supporting documents. 10 years, provided post-audited, finally settled, and not involved in any case. So, let's check. Ito natin, kasi kasalukuyan pala ng taon, bago pala ng isa, kunin natin yung nagdaang taon. 2023. Sabi ng voucher, ang buhay niya ay 10 taon. So, ang retention period niya ay 10 taon. Retention period, 10 taon. 2023, less 10 years na retention period. So, yung 2030, pababa, lahat yun, disposable. Gets nyo? Okay. Pwede nyo naman balik na rin. Paano? 2013. 10 taon na yung dalaman eh. O di plus 2013 plus 10 years, 2023, pwede mo na siya dispose kasi 2024 na yun eh. Okay ba? Kailangan okay, okay, nasa God, sa God. Nagkakaroon ko na kayo ng consultation, dapat guide nyo yan. Ayan, another, kasi 3rd, okay, 2000 hanggang 2013, they're all disposable. Okay, 10 years of retention period na, yan, post-audited, finally settled. Dahil kung hindi, magbibilang na ulit ng taon, mag-after na mag-post-audit sila. Okay, so next is ating form is location of the records. Describe where the records are finally located, physically located. Nasaan ba yung records na i-dispose mo? Nandun yan sa form. So, dapat mong i-fill out yan. Volume in cubic meters. Gaano marami yung records na yan na i-dispose mo? So, state the volume of the records in cubic meters. Another, who prepared the request? Okay? So, include the name and signature of the person preparing this form. Number 4. Another one is the position. Specify the position of the person preparing this form. Okay? Meron pa yung form? Ano ba agad? Kasi distribute yan. Ha? Wala ka ba? Yung iba wala ka?
I just provided with you. You're not here. Bakit hindi ba wala? Kasama ko yan. Dalawa ko yan.
Ay,
Pinasa ninyo agad? Hindi ba? Pinasa ninyo ba agad?
ano ba kayo?
Alam niyo ba na? Sige. Mas mabuti.
Sure kayo?
Napicture niyo.
Napicture niyo? Wala kayo ng certificate mo na. Kulang lang yung requirement. O sige. Basta i-identify nyo lang na masabit ka lang. Pakikita ko na doon sa kung alin tayo nagsabit. Okay. So the location of the records, tapos the position, sino yung nag-prepare niya? Yan, lalagay niyo yung pangalan, pati yung nag-prepare, position niya. So, meron dito nakalagay, this is to certify that the above-mentioned records are no longer needed and both are not involved and connected in any administrative cases. Okay? So, siguraduhin na nag-prepare pa na talagang hindi sila connected in any case kasi siya yung nagsacertify niya. So, yung nagsacertify niya, dapat sigurado siya na kung mag-request for disposal ay talagang hindi connected in any case, na talagang mga records na yun were already post-audited, lahat yun. So, this one sample of the country's platform number 3 is the request for disposal of your records. So, step number 3, evaluation of disposable records. The chief of the Records Management Services Division of the NAP, pwedeng sa main office, pwedeng sa Cebu, and the Regional Archival Network sa Cebu, Davao Regional Archival Network, concerned shall assign the division staff to evaluate the records being requested for disposal, who shall then prepare and submit an analysis report based on their evaluation or examination. So, yung mga request nyo, dadalawin yan. Titignan ang mga records na nire-request nyo for disposal. Kung nag-request kayo ng malapit dyan sa Davao, okay, so staff ng Davao pupunta. Kung nag-request kayo dyan sa Pate ng Cebu, yan, staff galing Cebu. Kung sa main office sa Manila, staff ng Manila. Okay, this is sample records analysis report, not number 4. This is being done by the staff from NAP. So, step number 4, issuance of authority to dispose records. So, ma-issue na kayo ng authority na ito yung pinakahihintay ninyo. The Executive Director of PAN, the recommendation of the Chief of the Records Management Services Division of Cebu, Davao, and based upon their final evaluation and judgment, shall issue now the authority to dispose indicating therein the mode of disposal. So, kapag kayo ay naproban ng request nyo, mabibigyan kayo ng authority to dispose. Sa authority pa lamang, makalagay na doon kung paano nyo i-dispose ang mga records nyo. Nakalagay doon, by landfill, by sale, okay? O by, ano ba yung mga pagpipilian dyan? Basta nakalagay na doon. At maglalagay doon ang executive director ng NAP. So wala kayong choice. Kung yun ang nilagay niya, hindi siya pwede palitan. Sample authority to dispose of records, number 5. Ito, pwede nyo naman isunin kung kailangan para meron kayong basis. Then the next step is notification of actual disposal. This is step number 5. Upon approval of the request for the authority to dispose of records, the requesting agency shall be notified of its approval. So, sasabihin kayo, may tatawagan kayo, email kayo, depende. The Chief of the Records Management Services Division of Cebu, Davao, and concerned shall inform the requesting agency of the actual date of disposal, which will notify the resident auditor on the date of actual disposal. So, kayo ang mag-notify sa inyong resident auditor kung kailan ang actual disposal para ma-witness niya. This is an example of notification of approval. Kung ano yung sinasabi, makikita niyo dyan, kasama na dyan yung mode of disposal. Next step, segregation and custody of valueless records. The records officer or the archivist or records custodian of the agency shall supervise the segregation of valueless records and be responsible for their safekeeping until their actual disposal. So, titignan niya ng isang archivist, analyst, or records from MAP, yung pagsasegregate nyo ng inyong mga records. Tulad ng pinakita ko sa inyo kanina, dun sa umpisa. Now, we have the actual disposal. Authorized representative shall witness actual disposal from the requesting agency now and go to ensure that the records to be disposed of are the same ones authorized for disposal. So, kailangan po kompleto. Tatong agency siya, yung agency na nag-request for disposal, yung NAP, representative ng NAP, at representative ng COA. Step 8, issuance of certificate of disposal. A certificate of disposal shall be prepared in 3 copies by the NAP authorized representative who will witness the actual disposal of records and ensure that all pertinent data are complete. Kung wala po yung mga representative ng NAP na gagawa, kahit representative ng agency ang gagawa. Certificate of disposal. Ito po yung example ng certificate of disposal. Ganyan lang na simple. Nakalagay doon yung mga dispose ng records, firmado ng lahat. Okay? This is now your certificate of disposal. Next is the proceeds of sale. All proceeds realized from the sale of valueless records shall be remitted to the National Fund, Local Government Fund, or Trust Fund. Diyan po nagwawakas yung proseso ng disposal. Mahirap po ba? Hello? Mahirap ba? Hindi. Tandaan nyo lang. Meron na kayong kopya. Kinumpleto ko yan. For your reference. Para alam ninyo ang inyong gagawin. Okay? Now, if you have damaged records na gusto nyo i-dispose, sabi ko, record kasi, di ba ba? Permanent record, di ba? Hindi pwede i-dispose. Kaya lang, na-damage eh. Ano gagawin ko doon? Parang gusto mo nalang itapon, lalo na pa, permanent. So ngayon, gusto mo na siyang mawala sa iyo pananagutan. You have now to request to the NAP, may dispose siya kahit na permanent siya. Pero, merong mga nire-require ng NAP. Ito yan. Official report, photo documentation, request for authority to dispose, COA certification, conduct of inspection. Sa natin ka. Disposal of damaged permanent public records, pati yung damaged public records na hindi pa naman umaabot dun sa expiration date ng retention period niya. Di ba? Basta 10 taon ng voucher. 5 taon pa lang, kaso na damaged na eh. Hindi lang basta, kasi kung pagbasa, pwede patuyuin. I was once the chief ng preservation sa map. Tuturuan namin kayo para sa patuyuin. Kailangan mo talagang binyan restoration na repair yan kung request nyo. Magpapadala kayo ng retrato ng mga request nyo. Hindi pa kasi, di ba, sabi nila, naanay. So, hindi na sila pwede makinabangan. So, papadala sila ng picture. Pagpunta, kadalasan pa ako pupunta eh. Pagpunta ako, yung anay, nasa ibabaw lang. Just for the sake of photo, documentation, hindi tama. Hindi po records napakalaga niya. Sa restoration na, isang face napakamahal. Tapos, hindi-dispose ko lang ng ganyan yun. So, kailangan natin mag-inspect doon, okay? So, therefore, prescribed retention period should be considered for authorized disposal only sa mga requirements na to. Una, you have now to request for authority to dispose of records, parang yung normal lang na sitwasyon, in 3 copies also, and properly filled out with the specific record series, period covered and volume, okay, of the damaged public records, approved and signed by agency official concerned. So, kailangan may pirma, may reference ng dati, official report. So, kailangan, nung nagdagano ang mga records nyo, dapat kaagad-agad gumawa ka ng report. Sa kanilang non-usability. Okay, din-report mo sa boss mo, ito mga records ko na doon, sasabihin mo, describe mo sila. Hindi na po sila usable. So, kailangan na po natin sila i-request for disposal. This must be submitted to your records, siyempre, kung saan natin pinare-receive natin ang request. So, official siya. Magbigay ka ngayon ng kopya niyan sa NAP. Okay? Certification. The district damaged public records that are subject of audit ay na-audit na. Kaya kailangan humingi ng certification sa COA na na-audit na itong mga records na nasira. Okay? If expediency demands, and upon the order of the executive director, an official report from MAP representative who shall conduct an actual physical evaluation of the damaged public record. So, yun nga sabi ko, ako kadalasan pumupunta noon. So, kailangan i-report ko sa director na siya talagang disposable sila beyond repair. Pero kung nagbigay ako ng report, sir, kaya pa. Kaya pa sila, isalba. So, walang mangyayari sa pusa. So, yun po. Parang nag-iisip kayo masyado. Meron ba kayong damage record? Okay. So, what is the governing rule of the disposal of public records? No government, department, bureau, agency, and instrumentality shall dispose of, destroy, or authorize the disposal or destruction of any public records which are in the custody or under control except with the prior written authority of the Executive Director of the National Archives of the Philippines. So, pinaka-importante yung authority na ibibigay sa inyo ng NAP. Kaya ito yung pinagbasihan yan. Rule 22, Article 36. 26. So, yan. Even if a record meets retention requirements, it may not be destroyed with any litigation, any claim, any negotiation, audit, public information, request, administrative review, or other action involving the record is initiated, impending or imminent until the completion of the action and the resolution of all issues that arise from it. So, ibig sabihin, kahit na-disposable na, kung tulad niya, kailangan audit, hindi pa na-audit. Kung kailangan klaruhin muna yung kaso, hindi pa nakaklaro, hindi pa siya pwede i-dispose. There are offenses and penalties na kaalibat yung hindi natin pagsunod sa batas na RA 9417. Offense. Kailan ito magkakaroon ng kasalanan? Okay? A person who willfully, may intention, or negligently damages the public record or disposes of or destroys a public record in violation to the provisions of RA 9417 or contravenes or fails to comply with any provision of said act, or this rule shall be deemed to have committed an offense. So, lahat po yan, ibig sabihin, nagkaroon ka ng kasalanan, may offense ka na nakatawag. Kapag nagkaroon ka ng offense, meron ka iba na penalty yan. So, any public officer committing any of the unlawful acts or omissions mandated under RA 9470 shall be punished by a fine of not less than 500,000 pesos, but not exceeding 1 million pesos. Or imprisonment for criminal liability for not less than 5 years, but not more than 15 years. Pero pwede rin sakay. Meron ka ng fine, makukulong ka pa. Okay. Perpetual disqualification from the public office, forfeiture in favor of the government of his or her salary and other lawful income. Yun po yung mga offenses and penalties na ating makukuha kung hindi tayo sumusunod sa batas na ito. So, we're done with records disposal. May question po kayo? None so far. Thank you. Next topic will be records transfer.